How did my weekend go? Well, the Bills got their ass kicked and Manchester United got their ass kicked. There you go. Hey there, what's going on, everybody? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets, giving you guys free sports picks every single day. And we're kicking off a new week here on Winning Bets as we're on the Monday edition here of Winning Bets. You guys know what that means. That means we get to look back on the last week. We'll remember some of those good wins and remember some of those painful losses. And then we'll also kick off a new week here of Winning Bets by giving you guys some winning NBA bets. Let's go ahead and look back at last week. We went 26-28 and down 3.18 units now on the year. A lot of wins, a lot of losses, and a lot of profit at plus 68.50 units up on the season. Let's go ahead now and remember some of those good wins. How about Blake Griffin, our second consecutive week of sweeping Blake Griffin? 2 weeks ago, it was 3-0, sweeping Blake Griffin, and this week we went 4-0, and that includes Friday nights where we double dipped. We counted it twice because we didn't double dip on the same line. His line all day was 7.5, and then Kevin Durant got ruled out Friday night. His line inflated to 9.5, so we went back in. I thought that was really funny that, what does Kevin Durant score, like 25, 30 points a game, and the sports books think that Blake Griffin can only account for 2 of those points? I mean, I thought that alone was just absolutely hysterical. We know that just speaks about how little Blake Griffin is used. So yeah, we already had our bet at under 7.5. I went right back in at plus money, went right back in at under 9.5. So we got 2 cashes Friday night with Blake Griffin, 4 cashes overall in the week. That now brings us Blake Griffin. We're now 10-2. 10-2 on the season, fading our guy Blake Griffin. We also had a fantastic Thursday here on Winning Bets. That's when we went 8-1. We got 4 player props to hit. We got 3 of our 4 first quarter NBA props to hit. And we also got the Patriots there on Thursday night. So a fantastic Thursday going 8-1. We also correctly predicted Manchester City would win their game 3-0. You guys remember on Friday's show, I gave you 5 correct scores in the Premier League. Told you guys I had been on a several week run of hitting at least one of those per week. Decided to back that statement up by putting some money on it. And that's exactly what we did again this week. We got 1 of the 5 to hit. That's all we needed to pull in profit because Manchester City to win 3-0 is at plus 600. So it felt good to get 1 of those to hit. We'll certainly be doing that again this weekend. We also got our Kings Wolves first quarter under. We got that at under 56.5. And then you guys remember the public did us a favor by raising it to 58.5. We went back in for another unit and got 2 cashes there on that first quarter under. And then on Sunday, we hit a couple player props. We had Dawson Knox up tight end there for the Bills, went up over his player prop. We got Myles Gaskin, went up over his rushing and receiving total, and Dalton Schultz went up over his receiving total. Some of those painful losses, though, throughout the week. How about George Kittle losing that one on the hook? Needed 51 yards. Got 51. Painful right there. How about Hawks win the first quarter by 2? Only win the first quarter by 1. And how about Grizzlies Clippers over 54? Got 54. So lost 3 bets due to last week by to the hook. That certainly happens, and that's certainly sports betting. How about a Spurs first quarter against the spread? That one's noticeable because we put 2 units on that. Heartbreaker that the Spurs couldn't come through in the first quarter. And then soccer, a little bit of a rough weekend there in the Premier League, only winning 1 of our 5 bets there in the Premier League. So new week though, new money to be had, and let's go ahead and jump on into it. Before we do that, I got to ask you guys, how was your weekend? What did you guys get into, and what did you get into from a sporting perspective? Did you win a lot of your bets? Did your favorite teams win? Did your favorite teams lose? I just told you, Buffalo Bills got their ass kicked. Watched that game, turned to my wife after the Colts got their second score and told her this game's over. Had no answer for Jonathan Taylor. Absolutely none. He could get a 5-yard run or a 15-yard at any carry. I mean, he just could not stop Jonathan Taylor. So the Bills got their ass kicked, and Manchester United got their ass kicked on Saturday, losing to Watford 4-1, getting a red card, getting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sacked. I guess that's the only good thing that comes out of that is Ole's been sacked, because it looked like certainly progress had been made, and I thought Ole did a fantastic job. I love the rebuild, love the recruitments that he brought in. The transfers I thought were really good, and you could really see an upward trajectory. But it felt like he had kind of taken it as far as he gone, right? He was a little bit out of his league anyways. Not a first-time manager, but certainly getting any high-profile job. He was a manager there at Cardiff in the Premier League, manager somewhere in Norway, but no real job. This was his first one. It just felt like maybe he had taken it, as far as he did. So let's see who Manchester United brings in. I love the Pochettino roommates. Loved watching Spurs football under Pochettino. Thought they were just fantastic. Would never miss a Spurs game. Absolutely loved watching Pochettino Spurs. So if we can go ahead and bring him in, I'll be fantastic and ecstatic for that. Zinedine Zidane, I think, would be another good higher if we can go ahead and bring in Sedan. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, terrible weekend for me. Bills losing, Manchester United losing, just brutal right there. Hope you guys had a fantastic. Drop in the comment section and let me know what you guys did this weekend. I did score a free $100 bet. That's right. My brother moved all the way out to the great state of Arizona where they've got legal sports betting. So because he left a state where they weren't sports betting, then he went to a state where there's legal sports betting, I got him to go ahead and sign up to DraftKings. So I scored a free $100 refer a friend bonus. So I'll look to pull the trigger on that sometime this week. I'll let you guys know either before it cashes or after it cashes. Sometime I'll let you guys know where I spend that $100 free bet. See if we can, I really need that. See if we can't turn that sucker into a winner. That'd be big right there. All right, with that being said, we need some bets if we're gonna go ahead and make some money tonight. Let's go ahead and look at the NBA. I think the NFL lines, because a lot of people have already betted them, they've kind of inflated the lines. So there wasn't really anything much I liked left in the NFL. So I've got my bets in the NBA. Been doing good with these first quarter props, so let's go ahead and stay with those. Let's do a couple against the spreads, and then we'll do a couple over-unders as well. So our first against the spread will be Wizards first quarter minus 0.5 at minus 120 at FanDuel. So obviously I'm saying Wizards just have to win this first quarter by any amount. It's at 0.5 is the spread at minus 120. The Hornets are 2-7 on the road and minus 3.22 point differential. Meanwhile, the Wizards at home are 4-3 covering the spread at plus 0.14 point differential. So we're really just hoping the Wizards can keep doing what they're doing at home. And meanwhile, really fading the Hornets here on the road at 2-7 and minus 3.22 point differential. So let's go Wizards in the first quarter. The next one we want to go ahead and do is do a two-way line first quarter. Two-way line first quarter. So that means because there's a two-way line, although there is a real outcome of there being a tie, if there's a tie, we'll just get our wager back. We'll get our wager back. So nothing lost if there's a tie. I'm going to do a parlay, though. I'm going to do the Atlanta Hawks and the Utah Jazz in a first quarter money line parlay at plus 101 over at FanDuel. Again, if one of these two ends in a draw, it'll be voided and we'll just be left to a one-legged parlay. But the intentions are 2 legs, 2 cashes. Let's go ahead and do this. Hawks first quarter against the spread. Again, they're 5-2 and plus 4.57 plus differential at home. Thunder are 2-3-1 with a negative 4.33 point differential. So you can see between the Hawks and Thunder, get almost 8 point differential between the two. So love the Hawks at home just to go ahead and win it. And then the Jazz to win at home. We're going to go ahead and parlay with them. Jazz are 4-4 at home with the plus 2.62 point differential at home. Grizzlies are 1-5 on the road and a negative 7.5 point differential on the road are the Grizzlies. So that one's a big discrepancy right there. So two teams that really should just dominate at home. Hawks should win big up over the Thunder, multiple point differential. And same thing with the Jazz over the Grizzlies. So just dropping both of these into a parlay, two-way money line. So if there's a draw, we'll get our wager back. We'll do Hawks, Jazz, money line parlay, plus 101. All right, let's go ahead now. Stay with the NBA first quarter theme, but let's do over-unders now. I've got 4. I've got 1 under and 3 overs. Let's start with that under first. Let's go Thunder, Hawks, under 54.5 points at minus 120 up over FanDuel. 8-3 overall, cash in the under with an average of 48 and 50 points in their games, 48 and 50. So love going under 54.5 and Thunder Hawks at minus 120. Go ahead and let's do the 3 overs now. The first over comes from Hornets Wizards. Hornets Wizards over 54.5 points at minus 110 over FanDuel. 8-8 overall, cash in the over with an average in their games of 57 and 59 points. So we'll take over 54.5 in Hornets versus Wizards. Next one we'll do is Grizzlies Jazz over 53.5 points at minus 110 over FanDuel. 2-unit bet. 2-unit bet, guys. 2-unit bet. Grizzlies, Jazz, over 53.5 points. A 2-unit bet. 10-4 overall, cash in the over, with an average in their games of 57 and 57 points. So love that right there. And then the last one we'll go ahead and do, round it out with Timberwolves, Pelicans, over 53.5 points at minus 105 over DraftKings. 2-unit bet. 2-unit bet. Timberwolves, Pelicans, over 53.5 points at minus 105. 9-3 overall, cash in the over, with an average in their games of 61 and 57 points. So love that one right there. So we'll go ahead and take the over of Timberwolves, Pelicans. One more bet for you guys. You guys know what it is, or did you guys already bet it and you don't need to know? Oh, did you guys bet it? You guys haven't bet Blake Griffin yet? Come on, Nets are playing. Fade Blake Griffin. Can't get that bet in fast enough. Look for that. It's the first line of the day I look at. What's the Blake Griffin line? I want it. Give it to me. Give me Blake Griffin. It's under 7.5 points, and you can get that at even money up over at DraftKings. No explanation needed except for let's just hope we can collect another paycheck when Blake Griffin collects another paycheck doing nothing. All right, let's go ahead and get that recaps in. Let's go ahead and take Wizards first quarter minus 0.5 at minus 120. Hawks, Jazz, first quarter money line parlay at plus 101. Hornets, Wizards over 54.5 points at -110. Thunder, Hawks under 54.5 points at -120. Grizzlies, Jazz over 53.5 points at -110. That's a 2-unit bet. Wolves, Pelicans over 53.5 points at -105, and that's a 2-unit bet. And then we'll, of course, fade Blake Griffin under 7.5 points at even money, and that one will be the dog of the day. Blake Griffin will be the dog of the day. All right, guys, that's how we're going to kick off our Monday here of winning bets. We've got a nice day of NBA action, first quarter bets, and then, of course, our guy Blake Griffin. Go ahead and hit this like button. Let me know you'll be cashing with me. We'll see you back here on tomorrow's show. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.